Friday. Hope you are having a great day and getting ready to start your weekend. So today we are going to talk about, we're going to go over the Vanguard Mythic Preview and go over their spell sets and just what had been talked about on Twitch and Facebook Live. And then we'll do some runs with Portia on Pathox, and we'll run Sylphin a bit, run a bit of Cavaleris, just get some time in with that. All right, so it is week 3 of Duskfall, so Portia is now available. Portia's branch will be 50% off until October 2nd. So if you want to take advantage of that discount, please make sure to do it between now and October 2nd. Otherwise, it will no longer be discounted after that, and then it will be back to full price. So, the other fun thing going on right now, the Duskfall Festive Dragon name and lore have been now opened for voting. I will link the form into chat. Ta-da! Cool. So the voting is open. It will close next Friday, the 28th. And there are 10 different choices to choose from. A lot of creativity went into so many of the entries we got. We got a ton of names and lore to sift through yesterday, and it was a hard choice, but these are the 10 that we thought were all best. So it was great. All right. But yes, if you want to make sure that you are part of that voting and you want to make sure that you get your name for that dragon that you're really vying for from those ones, make sure to vote. Okay, so let's hop into it. So first off, we got Oni. Oni is our mythic fire warrior from the Northern Prairies. Kaze is also from the Northern Prairies, which was one of our legendaries. It was the one that has the very pretty serpent look to them. They're very exciting. I like Kaze. It's super pretty. It may not be like my favorite dragon to fly, but I love Kaze for looks. So Oni is definitely a tanky warrior. I'm sorry if I'm coughing. Oni has Ferocious Shield, which is the same shield that Balam had from the legendary Vanguard dragons. It'll absorb damage and then temporarily increase your attack power after the shield duration expires. Blood Fury we've seen on several different dragons. It first came in Harbinger, and it definitely is going to help you immediately gain rage, and destroying towers while this is active grants health. The new spell for Oni is Derisive Shriek, and it increases damage taken by affected towers and deals a percentage of the dragon's base HP to towers. And Oni also has elemental resist, so the damage reduction will be 50% against flax and beam attacks, so all elemental attacks. 4 spells that already exist in the game, like Ferocious Shield, Blood Fury, and Elemental Resist, all of their costs, cooldowns, spell color, duration, all will be the same as the already existing spells. Let's see. When are the Mythic Vanguards set to release? Sometime next week. There will also be a blog detailing all of the cooldowns, the rage costs, the durations of the spells, and all of that really specific nitty-gritty information. Here, we've just given the overview like we normally do. Also gotta love that Oni has like a real hair everywhere kind of thing. It's kind of intense going on. So Itsani is the Witch of the Wastes. It is the mythic Earth Hunter. And Itsani hails from the same area, the Windblown Shroud, that Balaam hails from, and all of the Summer Flare dragons were also from. So Tez, Zotz, Weetzie, whatever your favorites are. But Itsani's spell set, it's got Shadow Strike, which is a new spell. And the dragon cloaks and recovers ammo. After the cloak duration expires, it damages nearby towers which aren't affected by sand, and it gains a damage boost. So if you've already sanded towers with desiccating sand, which is the same desiccating sand that Necryx has, several other dragons do too. It just, Necryx is the first one that pops into mind with desiccating sand. If you've already sanded towers and you use Shadow Strike, those towers will not be unsanded by the blast damage when you come out of the cloak. So desiccating sand, it engulfs an enemy tower in constricting sand. So sand all of the things. Always my favorite part of Necryx. Also, the nice thing to know about desiccating sand is it does do damage when you use it as well. It is not just a sand and a disable. Let's see. So Bloodlust, you immediately gain rage, and you also will gain health upon building destruction. It's very similar to Blood Fury, but not quite the same. So the interesting thing about Itsani is it does have Undying Will, which is its new passive that after death, the dragon can temporarily keep attacking with increased damage and ammo regeneration. So you definitely get your last hurrah in before your dragon dies. You can try and take out whatever is left that you really need to destroy if you have the opportunity. Otherwise, you're just destroying stuff a bit more before this dragon says so long, and is done for. The interesting thing to note about Itsani is it does not have a true heal per se. Like Bloodlust will heal the dragon. So this is one that definitely has to be flown very carefully. I'm interested to see how this one flies. I have not flown Itsani much, so we shall see. And then we've got Jormungandr with the infamously long tail. It is really, really interesting in game to see how long this dragon actually is. Jormungandr is the world serpent, which makes sense given it is gigantic. And it is a mythic ice sorcerer. It hails from the Frigid Narrows, which we've seen a dragon from before. Jotun is also from the Frigid Narrows. So a lot of cold dragons there. So Jormungandr has Tidal Surge, which the targeted tower takes heavy damage, and the dragon heals for a percentage of its base HP. We last saw this spell on Neptus, and the design team thought it was a good fit for Jormungandr. So we get to see it again, which will be exciting. So Flash Freeze, it damages and freezes all towers within a range. Frozen towers also take additional damage when you attack them. So unlike Nulleg, where you spray everything and freeze things, this is the spell travels, it hits things, and then those towers take additional damage if you attack them. So Magic Barrier, it shields the dragon from all damage for a short duration. We did see this on the legendary dragons. I am completely drawing a blank as to which legendary dragon. We've had a lot of dragons, and sometimes my brain will not always keep up, so I will pull it up. I want to say it was Altamorak. Aha, I was right! So this Magic Barrier was actually on Altamorak. And it will shield the dragon from all damage for a short duration. It also has an interesting interaction with mage super shots, so be aware for that. All right, let's see. All right, let's hop into chat. Let's see what we got going on here today. I mean, I don't disagree about where did the egg go in the opening scene. I still don't know where that egg went. I've seen that video so many times, and I don't know what she did with the egg. I'm really worried for that egg's sake. Let's see. So that means breedings next week. It very well could be PvP. It could be feeding. It could be draw dragons. I don't know. That'd be a very interesting event, not gonna lie. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's see. Normally it would be PvP. I'm praying so because I need to save more tokens. I don't know. I'm not spoiling this one. What level is everyone? Oh my goodness, so many levels going. Definitely interesting. I'm definitely interested to see here. Cool. All right. So that is all of our dragons. The blog for these dragons with all of the percentages, cooldowns, etc. is going to be coming out on Tuesday, and we will be showing off these dragons next week on stream in game. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Also, fun fact, there will be some info. I know a lot of people were very curious if we were going to be giving info soon about the progression rate changes, and there will be some stuff coming out next week. So keep an eye on all of the forums and our social channels, and we will definitely have some updates for everyone. All right, that being said, let's switch over to in-game. We'll pull up Portia. Oh dear, that's not her. Oh, there we go. Woo, okay. Bam. Gotcha. Okay. Why are the eggs used for the builder hut not worth any points during fortification events? Personally, I have no idea. I don't actually know. I'm sorry if I'm losing my voice. I'm having allergy weirdness again. Okay. I applied for the creators faction. Can you look it over? I would love to. Probably not going to be super quick about it. We have been insanely busy and haven't gone through as many applications as we would like. Okay, so let's look at Portia. Yeah, look at that. I really want to unbond her for a second so we can see how pretty she looks, but I'm also kind of like, meh. We need to. Meh, good enough. Okay, cool. Let's. Also, for reference, this is our test build. I'm not sure where our test build thing is that says test build, but just in case that was unclear, we are on test build. Let's see. Is there plans to create customizable islands? Oh, that would be kind of cool. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I can put up videos of the rules of the War Dragons card game and get feedback from PG and the players. Or I can keep it as a surprise. Ooh, that is a tough choice. I am not positive which I would like more, but I'm so curious about this game that I probably would say we want it now. But I am fully admitting that I am impatient sometimes. So. And I can be the epitome of curiosity killed the cat sometimes. Gotta love cave dogs. Those wings are just so gorgeous. Although I'll totally say I got to test some of the other Duskfall dragons, and I quite like the way they look. One looks super great in game. Glad I completely whiffed my crippling chill. It just went through the towers. I don't know why you would not be able to purchase anything. If you can send me a PM on the forum with like a screenshot, that helps. You can also send it to our support team too. Like, they'll definitely be able to figure out what's going on. Because that is super weird and not one I've heard before. Let's see. I just bought a elite account. I too have an elite account. That's a good looking dragon. Also true. It's too cruel. What is too cruel? Did I say something? I don't think so. Let's see what I can do today. Bam. Let's see. Where is Sylphin? There we are. Alright. Let's see. See how this goes. Sylphin and I have a very love-hate relationship sometimes, so... Also, just tap the screen. Man, not one of my high moments. No! No! Cool. You can go to settings or forums.wardragons.com. Ew. Ruh-roh. I just used ethereal chains and forgot I still had a red tower. Oh dear. That's a thing. That's a thing that happened. Oh, curiosity killed the cat. I mean, I don't love that expression, but it is one that unfortunately has existed for so long. I just don't know of a better one at the moment to replace it. There's no... To be fair, some of the old expressions are weird in and of themselves when you think about it, and you're like, what in the world was this? My grandparents always had expressions where I was like, what's this expression? I don't get it. Why is this a thing? Break the thing. Let's see. It was never satisfaction killed it more. It's curiosity killed the cat, and satisfaction brought it back. Sylphin is definitely one that has taken me a little bit longer to like get used to of the 3 dragons. But it's definitely a fun dragon. It's just taken me a little bit longer. Kind of want to play Axie, not gonna lie. I'm gonna bring out Axie because reasons. Ooh, I haven't played Axie in a hot second. My Axie on my personal account is a lower level than a lot of my other dragons. So it gets taken out on invader runs, and that's about it till I can level the poor baby. I do love Elemental Bubble. It's just so cute. Basically, Axie is just the cutest. Has the winter season theme been chosen already? I know that some of the, like, the art team's been concepting some of the stuff. I don't actually know off the top of my head what they're planning yet. I'm very, oh, poor Axie. I'm very curious what they're going to do, but I don't know off the top of my head. And even if I did, PG Carnrix would absolutely be so frustrated with me for spoiling it. It would definitely not be a good moment. I do quite love the effects, the VFX on Storm Shield. It just looks so fascinating. I've definitely not played Jotun in a while, and I do still like Jotun. I also quite like Balam, too. Of the Vanguards. I personally do not have Vanguards yet. Let's see. The seasonal token bonus deactivating seems to be a repeated problem. Yeah, it's definitely a repeated problem. It's one that we have been pushing on to get fixed. Hopefully it should be fixed in the next big release update, which is 4.8, and that's scheduled to come out in the beginning of October. In terms of support crediting, I don't know off the top of my head. Usually it's because it's a game, like it's a problem that more than one person is facing, so then we generally don't compensate on a case-by-case basis for that. I named my Axie Fierce. I also agree. If you have chests disappearing, you can always contact support. They will be able to help you. If worst comes worst, you can PM me on the forums and I can do my magic. The arcane Aegis that Cav has isn't blocking secondary effects. Was this intended secondary effects of a tower? Is that what we're going with? Just to clarify. Okay, so how do we know who wins the giveaway? So for YouTube and Facebook, we don't have the same capabilities that we do on Twitch, where we can roll during the stream and then contact people via Twitch. So for Facebook and YouTube, we don't announce the winners. They are chosen via RNG and sent, you'll see it in game as a weekly chest. The best I can explain that. So where you would find the gift from your teammate kind of thing, it would be there. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, the secondary effects of towers. I don't know off the top of my head if it's meant to block the secondary effects of towers. I can definitely ask, though. I can ask the designers if that's intended. Personally, I don't know. I am currently typing that out if I am sounding really furious about it. Okay, let's see. Are we getting a Halloween theme this season? I don't know. I have asked, but not gotten an answer. How do I enter the giveaway? put your in-game name into chat. Make sure you spell it correctly. I am not going to hunt you down, and I won't go looking too hard. Why does the game reset back to my previous level? That sounds like a rollback and caused by a sync error, but I am not positive what specifically would be causing that. Yes, other shields generally block secondary effects, but I do not know off the top of my head. I will definitely ask, though. It is worth a question to the team. Because sometimes I don't have all the answers. Because I fly the dragons and know the dragons fairly well, but I did not design them, so. It's probably a good thing I don't design the dragons, because otherwise we would end up with a lot of axiom dragons. Name and lore contest winners revealed. We did not specifically say whose name, like whose player name was associated with the name and lore and subtitle given. But it was, the form is active, so you can go ahead and go vote for whatever your heart desires. And the top 10 we will name later as well. Let's see. When will the second wave be previewed? So the second wave comes out week 7 of Duskfall. So it will be previewed week 6. So a couple weeks out. Oh, I already destroyed those. Awkward. I didn't think it went far enough to destroy him. Good to know. Yes. So definitely coming soon for the preview of the second wave. I am definitely excited to get to preview those dragons. They look pretty awesome. Remember, this is me saying pretty awesome in looks and not necessarily spell set. But I've play tested them a bit. They're definitely fun. The other mythic looks really cool. I am a fan. What in the world? Okay. Ahead of breeding event, any news on egg token scaling? If you mean the progression costs, I did say a little bit ago that we actually are planning to reveal some information regarding egg token scaling in the next week. So you'll hear something from us about it in the next week or so. Let's see. I am a beginner. How can I learn how to do things around the game? I don't want to play. But Balam it is. Cool. Best thing to do is look at some of the guides on the forums. Mech has a great guide for base building. Definitely wish I had known that existed when I started. But yes, there are tons of people willing to help on the forums as much as possible. Definitely find a good team that you like, as that will also be super valuable. and they're always a good resource for how you can improve your base, how you can change things. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Oh. How do I record my screen? I'm on a phone. Well, depending on what type of phone you're on, iPhone has it built into the iOS in the command center. You can, ooh, I really hate the iPhone X sometimes, but if you bring it up, there is a little icon for screen recording. If you are on Android, there are a couple different apps that are really great. I don't own an Android, so I can be of no help here. I actually have an iPhone, just not an iPhone X. Can we see Jormungandr fly next week? Next week we can. For live streaming, we use an Elgato, which is a type of capture device. It's generally the best way to capture gameplay of any form. All right, I'm gonna do one more run with Pathox, and then I am going to head out for the day and give my poor voice a rest. I am sounding kind of gravelly. Yeah, next week will be when we show off the new Vanguard dragons. Of course, I'll show off some of the legendaries as well, but definitely, for sure, the mythics will get their day. They'll get their day in the sun. I love how every rider just looks like so miniature on the back of these dragons. Like Portia, you can barely see poor Portia on the back of Pathox. I also love how all of the riders at a certain point are like, cheer, cheer. We gotta cheer for our dragon. I'm not sure if cheering is really gonna help in the long run, but sure. I mean, you don't really cheer on your horse while you're riding a horse. Not sure I totally get it. Ooh, Skyline, nice to see you finally got Pathox. I am definitely not that far yet, but it is definitely where I'm working towards, because it is such a cool looking dragon. Also, like, has a great spell set too. Like, that alone is great and worth it, but just aesthetically, it's so pretty. Like, its wings are just so interesting to look at. Like, yeah, look at that. Look at that nice, ethereal, ghostly looking. It definitely is going to mess your day up with all of its pestilence and whatnot. It's a little scary, but I dig it. Also, like, it's a good match because you've got that purple glowing on Pathox. You got the green glow from Portia. It's getting all the glowing. Oh, let's see. Gotcha. There we go. There's Portia. All right. So I'm going to head out for the day. If you have any other questions, definitely message me. Oops. On the forums. I am generally fairly available most days. So if you need me, let me know. If you would like to put the War Dragons card game video up to the community, that is totally cool by me. I really have no preference here. Can you help me level smartly? Build your base up, not out. Best level advice there. In terms of anything else, yeah, if you have questions or concerns or anything specific, feel free to message me on the forums. I am generally fairly quick about responding most times, not always, but usually try to be. And next week on stream, we will be showing off the Vanguard Mythics in game. So it will definitely be a stream very heavy with Oni, Itsani, and Jormungandr, and we can see just how long Jormungandr is in game. It's going to shock. Also, there will be more information coming about progression rate improvements coming out sometime next week. So keep an eye on all of our social channels, and I will see everyone later. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.
War Dragons. Download for free on your mobile device. War Dragons. Download for free on your mobile device.